right, welcome back, everybody. Listen, so we just came from our run, our nature walk on Kelly Drive, and we get back and we see a detour on the street we came down. And, you know, the first thing I'm thinking is like, oh my God. So we're going to have to go and pretty much loop around the bridge to get around this cemetery if I can't go up this road that I came down. Because there is another way, but it's not like just going up a different block. There's a whole cemetery, which you're going to see later in the video, that I would need to go around on Kelly Drive if this way is not open. And if I were just running alone, you see how it's clear, but you see he beat his horn at me with that little baby horn on that big truck. Can you imagine that baby horn on that big truck? Well.
What? Yeah.
All the way up?
Yeah. I won't be able to get through? On the sidewalk? No? All right. All right. No, that small piece right there? That's the way I came down. Is it blocked? Yeah. I just want to know if y'all working up there. Is it? I just didn't want to be in the way. If I'm on the sidewalk, I'm good? All right. But that's the way I came. Thank you.
So all of that was in an effort just to be safe, to be candid. I got two babies with me in a stroller. I'm out there alone. Well, there are no margins for error. I have to be safe at all costs. So that's what I was aiming to do when I was talking to this gentleman, trying to ascertain. And you can see right there where I would be fine just getting to the cemetery, even going all the way up the hill. I don't know why he would think that I was trying to go through the street. I mean, if the bridge were open or the underpass were open, there would be no way I could go through the street. There would be cars coming. But he was just trying to ask, see where I was going, and I was trying to be safe. I wanted to be absolutely safe with these two babies. When I think about what I'm doing when I'm out there, it is really to protect them. It is all about them. I give them a way to experience nature, get some fresh air, rest, relax, be with their dad. But the top priority is keeping them safe. I'm going to get my fitness in because I'm out there, but it's not at their expense at all. I'm going to make sure they're comfortable. I'm going to make sure they're safe. And that's the top priority. So it all worked out, as you can see now.
We should get to know our family every day, or get our family to know our family every week.
And as you can see, wow, what a beautiful place. This is the Laurel Hill Cemetery. We are going to be trudging up this hill every day. I don't know if you can tell the steepness of the hill, but it is as steep as it gets without being a wall. And oh, there's Mr. Fittler. We're going to talk about the beautiful gravestones and the people who are buried in these lots. Mr. Edwin Fittler will be someone.
Okay, we're making it.
Mr. Edmund Fittler will be someone we discuss. Former mayor of Philadelphia, buried in the Laurel Hill Cemetery. And as you can see, we are approaching the horizon, the valley of the Schuylkill River. And wow, what a sight to see, guys.
Wow, look at this beauty, guys.
To see. It is It is
What are we
a
looking
pretty
at?
phenomenal
Beauty.
view from here. Wow. Just to see that river
I like this spot right here because,
and that tree line.
well, why not? What's not to love?
This is what makes up the city of Philadelphia. This is a view that you really cannot get unless you are at the Laurel Hill Cemetery. And the one thing I like about this view in particular is that it probably looked just like that. Maybe not that truck on the road, but 500 years ago from this mountaintop, it looked like that. So you can see I'm just checking on the twins. About to start my second leg of my routine. Guys, I want you to know that you can do anything you want to do. You literally just have to do it. Just start. That's why we named it Just Start Fitness. The book is called Just Start. Every day I'm driving myself to that line of just start. And that's what I want you to do, is just start. Because even though I've worked out during the pandemic and during the time that I've been off from work, the time that I took to start my own business, the time that I have been retreating to me, finding me.
All right, y'all, here we are. That's our next circuit, okay?
Here I am, guys. Here it is. And
let's get going, all right?
When you realize that every day is a starting point,
All right, come on.
you won't get so fixated on starting and restarting. And restarting again and again, because as you reach your peaks and your pinnacles, you're going to have ebbs and flows. There are going to be moments that you just can't make it. And what are you going to do about that? Are you going to stop? Well, that's why I love the cemetery, guys. We're going to talk a lot about this. And even this podcast is my effort of just
that was 60 jumping jacks,
pushing
y'all.
forward.
See, y'all don't want to do it because
You can see me just pushing
two
forward.
jumping jacks is easy. Oh, 1, 2. I work out. No, you don't, because that's hard. No matter how you cut it, it's hard. Then hop right into some
I'm just a man.
crossbody oblique
Has a
squats.
dream,
Come on. 1.
goal, ambition, a sense of self, pride, ego, flaws. And this is my attempt at just going with what works, what's working for me right now. I got 4 kids. You can see the stroller right there where my camera is. But it makes a great tripod, guys. My kids are sleeping. It makes great time to work out. And I want to talk a lot about the change that has happened for me since 2021.
All right.
2021 was my best year of working out.
This is not easy.
It was my best year of fitness, and
Come on.
just like 2015 was my best year of golf. You just have seasons where you're ebbing and flowing, and when we had the twins, it became very difficult to do what I had done before. And they're so amazing. I look at my body, I look at my wife's body, I love her body. But I look at how powerful it is to produce new humans. Whatever I have inside of me and whatever she has inside of her can produce new humans. And we had already had 2 humans, but now we have 4 humans. And we gotta keep our bodies strong. I think we had twins because we were so healthy. Our bodies were so strong. We're gonna get into a lot of the feeling and the sexual experience we had as you listen to our podcast.
Y'all said y'all wanted.
After working out, running, strengthening our lower body, it matters. It makes a difference.
Come on. High knee skips.
And you can see me here. This looks easy on camera. Even as I watch myself do the exercises, I'm like, wow. But I realize in the moment, guys, that's why you gotta watch yourself back on camera, because you see a person, you see you, and you start to have some compassion
All right.
for yourself. Guys, that's a person right there.
Okay.
But in the moments, you feel like you're just fat or out of shape. Look at me.
Come on.
You know, it looks
High
easy
toes,
when
come
I'm
on.
doing that, but wow, those high knees. All right, I'm gonna take you on my journey, guys. We're training for Broad Street, the Blue Cross Broad Street run. It's happening. We're gonna run it. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna see some nostalgia. It's very nostalgic for me. Going through some of the most important parts of my life, and the city of Philadelphia is very important to me. And that's why Laurel Hill Cemetery is so important. It's because the history involved with the cemetery in the city. And I love the cemetery because it gives you a very, very real perspective on who is alive and who is not, who's dead and who is alive. On the front entrance, it says that this is a retreat for the living and a garden for the dead. I love the cemetery. You can see the views. They are breathtaking. And you can see the mausoleum right there. I don't know whose that is. We're gonna go meet him on Monday, on Tuesday, whenever we're able to get back out there. We're gonna go see who that person was in that mausoleum. See who he was. Let's go meet him. Because
Hey, Livy.
the thing I love about this cemetery is that it reminds us that we all come here.
Hey,
I look
Livy.
at the gravestones and I see people who have lived so many different lifespans, but they all do end.
Whew. All right. Morning.
And you
How
gotta
you doing?
be cognizant of that fact and embrace that. That's what this cemetery helps me do, is
All right.
embrace my mortality. I am able to embrace my mortality when I see the cemetery and these men and these families who were alive at one point, but no longer.
I love it, so peaceful and serene. What we're looking at is we're overlooking the Schuylkill River from the Laurel Hill Cemetery. It's such a beautiful place.
It gives you some perspective.
They call it a
on
retreat for the living and a
and
garden for the dead.
And
I love it.
Time and space, and when you
I'm
need
looking at the expressway. It's crowded. They got to get our goods and services everywhere, here, there, everywhere.
You need to
But what a serene place.
What is living?
You're looking out over this bluff,
because
then you're looking out at what it always has looked like. The bridge has been there for 125 years. Now, even without the bridge,
this is
and
your
without Memorial
final
Hall in the distance,
resting place.
This is how it looked 300 years ago, right? That's the other thing, guys. You may think life is short. Life is long. Think about just the number 300. Now, think about 300 years from today. What? You may be like, oh, a year went by fast. Okay, fine, but count to 300. The country hasn't even been in existence for 300 years. Think about that. Just 300. Whereas though in England, they could actually go back 300 years. What were they doing?
You better get to living.
1723.
Because we're going to go check out who that is. But he's going to be there for all time. He's not moving. That's why I like it here. It's quiet. It's serene. So when you get to the business of living, you're okay when you come here. I love it here. I love it here so much. Even as I watch this video back, it makes me understand even more about who's alive and who's not. As I watch myself on the screen, I'm able to move autonomously in this world, while these men who used to move like me in this city are now deceased, gone, and likely forgotten, except for the people who have remembered their names and who come here. That's why I'm going to talk about the people who are in these tombs. They were people who had hopes, dreams, aspirations, feelings, issues, thoughts, innovation. Guys, it's a lot to learn from the people who came before us. I mentioned Mr. Edwin Fittler. We're going to learn a lot about Mr. Fittler. Like I said, he was the former mayor of Philadelphia. I would not have known that if I did not come to the Laurel Hill Cemetery and then come across his tomb and then look him up and read about him. So this place has been so inspirational to me to get going. I'm 40 years old. At what point do I live this life that I've been blessed with, that I've been given every opportunity to succeed at? What's stopping me from doing my best, from experiencing life, from living my dreams? Only me, only my wounded self, some little person inside of me who is wounded from something is stopping me from producing this podcast that you're listening to. But I'm I'm just recording over video right now as I press forward to accomplish my goals. And that's where we are. I know that when I do this video and post it, another video is going to come of it. So listen, dads, moms, if you're listening to this video, if you're watching this video, we are raising humans. We are raising ourselves in this world, trying to figure it out. Join my community. Join my journey. Figure it out with me. Visit me at birdbrand.net, birdlifeacademy.org, on Instagram at donald.birdbrand. Email is at donaldbird@birdbrand.net. Guys, listen, I want to build a community. I'm going to start a dinner series. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I've been in the investment business all my life. I've been working with institutions and hospitals and colleges and Wall Street. And yes, that is great work. I have an MBA and a certified financial planner and years of experience working with high net worth families and individuals and institutions. But guess what? I knew my higher calling was connecting with people, helping people grow their business, helping people grow themselves. And you know what? When I got out of corporate America and started my own business, I realized why starting your own business is so hard. Because it takes a lot of people and help and expertise and know-how. And I'm willing to step out on faith and know that I can learn anything, I can do anything, but it's very difficult when you're coming from a world of business development to running a business, when you're coming from a world of investment planning to business growing. You know what it takes to grow a business from a academic perspective, but now you have to grow your own business while you have 4 kids, a wife, limited resources, limited time. But you know what reminds me, guys? That's why we're doing our dinner series. I look at these cemeteries and these tombs, and I'm reminded that these people that once existed would give anything to only have the opportunity again.
And you know, the thing about the cemetery that I like is that it gives you some perspective on life, guys. It gives you this perspective that, again, these people have families and loved ones and aspirations, goals. They obviously had goals if they, listen guys, say a word. They obviously had goals if they prepared a place for themselves for when they were dead. You think they didn't have goals for their life?
By no fault of their own, they're here.
They had goals for their life because they prepared a place for themselves in their death. They prepared a place for themselves
of life, but guess
and their families in their death,
going to move,
which is part of life.
And
There's no such thing as life without death.
There will
what
be
would
a
life
resting
be?
place for me.
Life is not everlasting.
I hope it's
Only
very
the
far
gift of
into
God
the future, but guess what?
is everlasting.
Even if it is, it's going to happen
life
in the future.
without
You can't
death?
live a
Think about
million
that.
years. You can't live 1,000 years. So start with 100. Jesus only lived 33. How long do you expect to live, guys? I'm 40. So we have to understand that being here is a blessing.
And that's what you start to realize
is what we want.
And it's funny, you think about
These
even the people that get seen up here, the ones in the front.
And
did you buy a plot on the path?
Been here.
Or you're just going to be not only forgotten in the dustbin of history,
hundreds of years,
but even
maybe.
when people walk through, they won't see you.
Over
Look, back
50.
there. Nobody really goes
some
on
of
the
these
grass.
people have died in the late 1800s, guys. 1878.
And
how long ago was that?
Some get seen a lot.
140 years
ago. That's another thing in your death. Like, do you care? Like look at all the way back there.
150 years ago.
You know what I'm saying?
You died in 1910.
Look at all the way back there.
What was that? 110
Do you go
years
back
ago,
there?
guys,
Does anyone get up on the grass
these
and walk
people
through? Or
lived
do you
and
only
died
check out
under
the
that
people
same
who
sky
you
that you're looking
can
at.
see at the front?
They lived and
I
died.
haven't really been on the grass,
They
to be
had
honest.
lives and
I've been
families,
here a lot.
and hopes and dreams and goals.
But it makes you appreciate life,
The cemetery helps give me some perspective, guys, on life. Again, these people lived and died under the sky we're watching.
So I want to talk about this McFarland family
And
because
we gotta
I've been
recognize
coming
that
across it, and I was talking to Jeff
that's the
Hansborough
same
about
sky. It's the same water. It's the same ocean. It's the same 7 seas. It's the same Liberty Bell. It's the same Constitution Hall. It's the same Ridge Avenue, Market Street, City Hall, Broad Street. Guys, these
And
streets
how many
live
kids
on.
did they
The
have? So
Eagles,
Malcolm and Hannah, 1, 2,
The
3,
Sixers.
4, and then
they
5,
live on.
6.
But we die. And new people come on to root for the Eagles in Grace Market Street and build homes.
That's a lot of kids, and they all,
We have
most of
to
them died.
live
He was a doctor, so you think about that.
right
he was
now.
a doctor, and he
We
had
were
kids
made
that
for
died.
now,
You know what he did?
not tomorrow.
Look at this little family right here.
Because I'm in tomorrow. If you think about the big scheme of things, I'm in tomorrow. And what we just saw in that cemetery and what we're watching was yesterday. I'm there tomorrow. I am their spawn, their posterity.
Adrian Balboa. All right, we're going to check that out next time.
One day, there will be people who come after you, and they will be your posterity. And they will bury you, and they'll go on with their lives. You know how I know? Because my parents are deceased. And I have 4 kids, and I'm looking at babies. I'm looking at a 1-year-old. Guys. I'm looking at a little baby. You will die. Just as sure as they were born, just as sure as they have life. So you need to live this life now, today. Start. Just start. Just start. Just start. Whatever it is that you want to start, start it now. Whatever it is that you see for your life, just start doing it, even if it's bad. Even if you think you're terrible at it, just start doing it. And what you'll notice is you get better at it. You get better each time.